So, we have a conversation to get into today, and it's about intimacy done between two strangers over the internet screen. And the question is, should porn be eliminated from the face of the earth? So, Candace Owens made a tweet that said that porn should be banned, that it weakens men, rightfully so. But Cardi B responded and said that it can actually be helpful in teaching men how to please women, and she doesn't think that it should be banned. Now, of course, Candace Owens is Republican. Cardi B, more liberal than she is Republican. And of course, knowing the history that she has when it comes to the sex industry, I don't see why, or I am not surprised as to why she would take a stance on this side. But before we get into this conversation, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the family, hit the like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to leave your opinions in the comment section below.
Colleges and universities where women dominate in terms of proportion of population is that all the women are chasing a very small number of men. So most of the men have no partners at all, and some of the men have more partners than they know what to do with. And so those men pursue short-term mating strategies, which is not so good for the women because they just as soon have an actual relationship. But then you might ask, well, what does it do to the men? And that's easy, is that it trains them to adopt antisocial short-term mating strategies. And that's really bad practice. Because if you practice exploiting people for your momentary gratification, then you'll become an expert at that. And that's an antisocial / psychopathic mode of interaction. And you might say, so what? Look at all the sex. And the answer is, well, that's just not going to work out very well for you as you try to build yourself something approximating a stable and fulfilling life. Because you are not going to be able to do that if you treat other people as if they're the device for your momentary gratification. No one who's sophisticated in any real sense is going to put up with that. And so it might work well in the short term, but it's a absolutely cataclysmically dreadful medium to long-term strategy.
We all know that the porn industry has grown. We all know that the porn industry has expanded in terms of making OnlyFans, people selling nudity in different ways through Instagram and Snapchat. It has negatively had an impact on society. I will not lie about that, because now children have access to porn as long as they have a smartphone or a device. And if your kid doesn't have a smartphone or device, they go to school, they interact with friends, and most likely these friends have smartphones or devices that can show or expose these things to your own children. Back in the days, before you can even get access to seeing a naked woman or seeing a naked man, you either one, had to be in a relationship with somebody, two, had to be married, or three, had to have lots of money because you had to buy magazines and stuff like that. And that's why one would say that society back in the day, when it comes to the relational aspect between a man and a woman, were or was better, right? So where are we now today? Should porn be banned? It should be banned, but at the same time, we've gone kind of far enough that it may not even make any difference, because we have billions of men paying for OnlyFans anyway. Men are paying for OnlyFans online, and porn, people are exploiting it. So let's take this into account. The porn industry has a terrible reputation when it comes to exploiting women in a way that is for content, for views, and this tends to pollute the minds of men worldwide. How many cases have you heard of porn or sex workers being engaged in drugs, being engaged in doing some things that they don't want to do, but because from the viewer's perspective, it looks like they're enjoying it?
It sucks. So a lot of times when people ask me if they should do porn, I tell them no. I tell them that it makes life really hard. It makes dating really hard. It makes your family life really hard. It makes intimacy hard. You're putting yourself out there and the world is now judging you. You have to be okay with being shamed every day of your life. I don't even want to have children because I do porn, because I'm worried of the way that people will treat my child.
We all know that porn is fake. We all know that this stuff is fake. But it exploits people, both men and women. But of course, it exploits women more.
Actually can't get dates, so there's two perspectives on that. So if I were to go meet somebody, it's kind of hard because I don't like random people to know my real name. So obviously I'm meeting them as Adriana Chechik, and that's extremely hard. It's intimidating. I've had guys literally walk out on me when I've met them because they're so intimidated by me. And then also I've done some of the most extreme sex acts on camera that can't swallow or get past. I currently do kind of live like a little bit of a lonely life. There's another aspect where guys only want to date me to like show me off to other people or their friends. They immediately treat me like the Adriana Chechik like experience, right? So like if I was gonna go meet a guy, like they would never hold my hand or anything. The first thing they do is they try and like have sex with me. So it's really like disheartening, to be honest, and I've kind of just given up. I feel like, sadly, I actually feel like I might not ever find like a boyfriend like that. I might just end up being alone.
Daniel. You get into a relationship, your fans feel like they're not in the same relationship anymore. So to be with someone like me, you're gonna have to understand that I can't be posting you. I can't be like showing you off how you are with me, because my fans are not only gonna feel like entitled, but they're also gonna be disrespectful to you. They're gonna be sending you screenshots of my work and telling you very hateful things. And I feel like you have to be mentally worker or a performer because of what comes with it. And you know, coming home sometimes, or I don't want to have sex, you're gonna have to be okay with not like wanting to have sex, and it's just a lot that comes with it. So
there have been cases where there have actually been taped sex trafficking on Pornhub, but because the viewers don't know, they think it's all part of a script and everybody's playing their role willingly, not knowing that sometimes people are forced to do the acts that they are doing on TV to the detriment of their own soul. And when things like that are being fed on by men, it is devastating to their mind. Cardi B says that porn can teach you to treat women and please women better. I don't know what type of videos that she's watching, but that is a lie, and that just shows you how lacking she is when it comes to this type of knowledge. And we can expand this to children. Are children really safe anymore? Children are meant to be protected. But nowadays, children are being exposed to sexual content as soon as they come out of their mother's womb. And this doesn't give them the opportunity to grow and learn how to control their sexual desires. Because those areas in your life are meant to be able to be controlled by the person that has the body, not the other way around. So what are we going to do about children having access to that type of content? At least with OnlyFans, they have to pay for it. At least with other things like Instagram and stuff like that, it's monitored, you know? Yeah, we still see nudity to a point on Instagram and social media, but at least it's monitored. But for things like XX and all types of videos, you can lie about your age and get access to see different types of things that children should not be exposed to. If adults cannot even handle that type of content, what makes us think that children can handle it? And lastly, why I think porn should be banned, or at least not banned, heavily monitored, is because we see a video where Cardi B shames a woman for engaging in some acts with a man that she just met.
Of animal, and they're gonna fuck all of them, and that's why men get compared to dogs, because they just don't give a fuck. So I can't even be mad at the men, but us women, we are, you know, like we just like, it's like what are we doing? Y'all need to get slut shamed. I'm slut shaming you, bitch. We can't be doing that. And I know people are gonna drag me and whatever, like, ain't you be this, like I said, like you could fuck, I don't know, like as many niggas as you want. And it's like, if you want to sell pussy and shit like that, you could do that. But it's like, damn, to fuck a nigga, to suck a nigga dick in less than a minute with a 2 sentence conversation is wild. Like, it's like, I want better for you. I need to teach you bitches. I need to come back and be your teacher.
And once again,
I need to be your teacher again.
This is why I think Cardi B just talks without thinking. How do you think things like this start? Things like this only happen when the mind of people have been extremely polluted with nothing but sexual content. This is what happens when people feed too much on their sexual desires, their physical desires, without engaging or even trying to make a progress when it comes to their mental state, their emotional state. This is what happens when young people are exposed to pornographic images before they're even able to grasp what's in between their legs. But once again, it's a new day where Cardi B contradicts herself and is not really thinking about the bigger picture. These are the negative consequences of porn. And for some reason, she doesn't want to see it. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe.